Hi, in this video I am going to show you how to make your sound better in Adobe Audition. How much your sound will become better depends on your recording quality. If you have a poor quality recording, then your sound, your final audio won't be as great. But if you have a good quality recording, then your audio will sound amazing if you follow all the process I am going to show you next. All the processes are also kept in a PDF file, and this is the PDF file. If you want to get all these steps, all these instructions in a PDF file, you can get that. You can join my mailing list and I'll send you this. Now let me show you all the steps one by one. The recording you see on the screen is a raw recording. It is an original recording. It is from a voiceover artist who has done a voiceover for a commercial project. So this is his raw recording, and he want to improve this before sending this final audio to his client. Let's listen to the original recording before we apply the effects.
Some people claim that all aerators are created equal. Well, we beg to differ.
By listening to this initial recording, we can see that the recording level is not ideal for final audio. The recording level is quite low. So we need to increase the volume and we need to increase the loudness. And in the process of doing so, we also need to take care if there is any kind of noise. We also need to take care if all the parts can be heard equally. It can happen then some words are louder and some words are quieter. So we have to make sure that all these parts can be heard equally. I'll show you the process. The first step of the processing will be to apply a normalize effect. By applying a normalize effect, we can increase the volume level or the loudness level of a raw recording. So to apply the normalize, I will go to the favorites. Favorites is actually shortcut. I'll apply the normalize to minus 3 dB. So if I apply this normalize to minus 3 dB, the recording level, the peak level will reach minus 3 dB and all other parts will be adjusted accordingly. Let me show you that. I clicked on that and you can see the waveform actually grew in height because now the peak of the waveform is now touching minus 3 dB, as that is the normalized value I set. And if we listen to this recording now,
some people claim that all aerators are created equal. Well, we beg to differ. Ranchworks pasture aerators are engineered.
So what we can see now that the recording level, the volume level actually has increased. The loudness has increased before what it was in the original recording, but not all the problems has been solved yet. It has now some noise, and if I check the beginning part of the recording, then we can see that some noise is visible in the meter. If I play the initial part from the beginning, then we can see some noise in the meter and it should be lower. So I have to apply a noise reduction effect. To apply the noise reduction effect, I'll use the denoise. If I go to effects, noise reduction and restoration, and I'll be using denoise. There are some other noise reduction effects here, but the benefit of using denoise is that it is simple to configure. So I'll keep this tutorial beginner friendly and I'll click denoise. And in the denoise, I can actually choose a preset like heavy noise reduction. In heavy noise reduction, the amount is set as 80%. I can go to light noise reduction and then the amount is 20%. I will set something like 40%. And when we do that, we can actually preview how effective is this noise reduction. If I now adjust the slider, if I increase a bit, then you can see the noise is almost gone. But with too much noise reduction, the recording quality also can degrade. So I'll set it to 40%. Okay, so that is my denoise settings 40%, and in the processing focus here we can actually set which frequency to target for, and I am using this flat line. That means all the frequency will be affected in this noise reduction process. So because sometimes it can happen that you have noise in a particular frequency, and if that happens, then you can actually choose from this graph that which frequency area you are targeting for noise reduction. So for now I'll keep it to overall the frequency. I'll apply. So you can see that the line has now become flat in this part where I have not talked. That means the noise reduction is effective and it has reduced some noise. And after noise reduction, it is also important to check the audio quality, that the recording quality has not degraded. I'll just play a couple of seconds from here.
Ranchworks Pasture aerators are engineered with forged wrench tech blades designed to penetrate deeper and aerate more effectively.
So I can see that the audio quality hasn't degraded much or hasn't degraded noticeably after applying the noise reduction. So the noise reduction is okay. And now I will do another processing that is called the EQ. And EQ is actually quite complex process, and it is possible to make the sound totally different, or it is possible to elevate the voice quality just using the EQ. And for this tutorial I'll be using a very basic EQ. To do that, I'll go to effects and then filter and EQ, and then I'll choose the parametric equalizer. So in parametric equalizer, if you open this first time, you will see this flat line. This flat line means that none of the frequency are either boosted or have been cut by this EQ curve. So we can draw this EQ curve and we can adjust the way we want. We can increase the volume of some frequencies, we can decrease the volume of some frequencies. When we increase the volume of some frequencies, that is called a boost. When we decrease the volume of some frequencies, that is called a cut. So I'll not go into very details of this process in this video. What I'll do, I'll actually apply a high pass filter. So what happens, you can see if I click on this HP, then a high pass filter is active and the curve has been bent down, or it has actually cut out some of the frequencies. It actually started from 40 Hz. I will set it something like 80 Hz. And we can also decide the higher you go, the steeper the curve will be, but we'll be using something like 18. That is okay for most of the voice recording. So what happens in this high pass filter? In this high pass filter, it actually takes out some of the lower frequencies in the recording, from the recording. And when we take out some of the lower frequencies, then there are some kind of noise that can be in the lower frequency that will be reduced. And you can also say that what about the voice? Actually, we have a fundamental frequency in speaking, and in the fundamental frequency actually it starts above 80 Hz. For male it is around 80 Hz, for female it is more like on 20 or on 10 Hz. So that means if we cut down frequency below that area, the actual voice quality won't suffer. We can confirm that by just listening to this audio.
Than any other aerator on the market, with a lifetime guarantee against breakage to back it up. Weight, cutting surface, and speed set us apart. Visit ranch.com to see why Ranch aerators are cut above the rest.
So you can see that when I applied the high pass filter around 80 Hz, then the audio quality is not affected. But if I have gone further, then the audio quality become a bit different. So I'll be using this 83 Hz, and then the gain is 18, and I'll apply this. So once again that effect is applied. So we have used normalize, we have used noise reduction, we have used EQ, and then we'll move to an important effect, that is the compressor. And what is the purpose of this compressor? The compressor is, if you look at the waveform, then you can see some peaks are taller and other are smaller. So these are actually louder and these parts are quieter. And what we want to decrease this gap between these louder and quieter parts, so that all parts can be heard equally. So the compressor is also a bit of advanced technique, but I will show you a configuration that you can follow. For the compressor, I will go to tune and compression, and I'll choose dynamics. And from dynamics I'll also use a preset that is soft compression. In this configuration you can in the configuration you can see that the auto gate and expander is disabled and the compressor is active. So I'll use only the compressor for this tutorial. And the threshold is when the compressor should be active. So if the recording passes minus 12.3 dB, then the compressor is active. I will actually decrease the value a bit, something like 16. So it actually varies from recording to recording. For this recording I am using minus 16. Sometime you will get good result minus 12, and sometime you need to go further like minus 20. For this recording minus 16 will be okay. And the ratio, the amount of compression I want to do, I will choose something like 2.5. If you want more compression you can choose 3 or 4. But 2.5 will work okay, I think. For this audio I will just listen, and if I need to adjust then I'll adjust.
Some people claim that all aerators are created equal. Well, we beg to differ. Ranchworks Pasture aerators are engineered with forged wrench tech blades designed to penetrate deeper and aerate more effectively than any other aerator.
Okay, I can see that the overall loudness is quite consistent now using this compressor settings. So these compressor settings will work for this audio. Actually this kind of compressor settings works for most of the recording, and if you followed all the processes I've shown so far, you can use these settings. I'll apply this. So the compressor is active, and you can see the waveform is now more uniform. The waveform is now uniform, but what happened that the peak level of the audio has decreased, and that happens after compressor effect, and we can fix that by using another normalize. So I'll go to favorites and I'll go to normalize to minus 3 dB, and you can see the waveform grew. That means the audio has become louder. And if we this is the processing part of this recording has been done. This is the basic processing, and we'll just listen to the recording to understand actually how much improvement we have got.
Some people claim that all aerators are created equal. Well, we beg to differ. Ranchworks Pasture aerators are engineered with forged wrench tech blades designed to penetrate deeper and aerate more effectively than any other aerator on the market, with a lifetime guarantee against breakage to back it up. Weight, cutting surface, and speed set us apart.
So you can see the recording quality. So you can see the recording quality has improved quite a lot, and especially if you compare with what we had in the original recording, it is quite a much improvement. If I just play the original recording,
that all aerators are created equal. Well, we beg to differ.
So I played the original recording, and you can see that the quality was not that great, but when
Some people claim that all aerators are created equal.
There is a much improvement on the audio quality. So this was the basic processing, and what it has done on this audio, it has actually taken care of the loudness. It has actually reduced some of the noises, and it also has done a bit of EQ to take out some of the problematic frequencies. But it is possible to go further with this processing. It is possible to improve the audio with a bit different kind of processing, and for that you have to use advanced EQ and compression. If you want that kind of processing, you can get my presets, Adobe Audition presets for better voice click, and if you get these presets, you will get rich and full voice preset, movie trailer preset, high quality voice preset, clear and crisp voice preset, and generally improved preset. With this preset, your audio will sound quite improved and quite different. For example, people use these things for commercial voiceover. These presets people use for commercial voiceover, and I can also show you what happened to on voiceover artist after using this preset. After using this preset, you can see that what happened to one of my client, and I asked him if he is using the presets for his commercial project, and he said that the clear preset you did for me is great. I said, did you use the clear preset in the client work? Then he said, yes, plenty of times already, and they loved it. Matter of fact, I'm the new voiceover for commercials that will be out soon. So using the presets, using the processing and using the presets, you can actually improve your voice a lot and you can win voiceover auditions. And I also have a customized macro, customized EQ and preset for you. Customized EQ and preset offer works like this. You send me your raw recording, I'll do the processing and I'll send you a demo, and if you like the processing you can purchase the preset from me. The customized preset that cost actually the customized preset that actually cost $197 for one preset, and if you order more than 3 preset then you will get 50% discount. And the built-in presets, the pre-built presets, if you take the pre-built presets you can actually get it for $67. If you purchase then you will get the presets as a downloadable file. This file will also be emailed to you, and as you will be able to use the preset as soon as you order, just download it, install it. There is installation instruction on the video description. So it is very easy to use and your audio will be improved quite a lot. So I'll put these links like the Adobe Audition presets and the customized presets. I'll put this link in the description, so check from that. And thank you for watching, and I'll be back again with a new video.